my Taurus babies. This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody is having a good week. This is going to be Taurus and Pisces. Sitting in a tree, Kissing, for the month of November. I've already shuffled the first deck. So this is going to be 2 for overall energy, 3 for the recent past, 3 for current energy, and 3 for future energy. I will let the oracle cards fall where they will. Let's see, what else? Housekeeping. Thank you to everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed. From now until whenever. I haven't put an end date on it. I took the October data off. So if you want a personal reading, you can hit me up at tarotatarot@gmail.com. Personal readings right now are $20. And that's keeping me busy. I've been kind of scooting around YouTube and checking out some of the other readers. Y'all are hard, man. Let me just say this. All readers right now, anybody that's got any kind of empathic, any kind of light work shit going on, struggling. It's a tough time right now. I don't know, just planetary shit, Mercury retrograde, you name it. It's just rough when you picking up on everybody's energy. I am no exception to this rule. So please bear with us. All of us don't read the same. We don't channel energy the same, but we are all really working towards the same purpose, and that is to help everybody gain some understanding about what the fuck is going on. Anyway, Taurus and Pisces, laying your cards out here. I think I actually cut this deck twice, but that's okay because I see some interesting shit. What the hell is going on, Taurus and Pisces? What the hell is really going on? All right, so let's just go over this real quick. Bottom cards, overall energy, Taurus, recognition and reward, and material harvest. For your recent past, mental conflict, stand your ground, and emotional loss. For your current energy, prosperity begins, discontent and boredom, destiny. Future energy, transformation, conflict and defeat, and patience. Those are your bottom cards right now. From the bottom of this deck, recognition and reward is pulling the King of Coins. Excuse me, and a reminder, I do my cards straight up. Material harvest is pulling the 7 of Wands. This is for Taurus and Pisces. What the heck y'all got going on? Recent past. Mental conflict is pulling the 9 of Cups. Stand your ground is pulling the 8 of Cups. There's your Pisces. Emotional loss is pulling the 8 of Swords. Current energy, prosperity begins, is pulling the 10 of Swords. Your challenge and your centerpiece card, discontent and boredom, is pulling the 3 of Coins. That's your energy, Taurus. Destiny is pulling the 8 of Wands. A lot of fast communication going on here with Tauruses and all of their relationships, no matter what what sign their partner is. It's been popping up quite frequently in personal and public readings. There you go. I just knocked all my cards over. For your future energy, transformation, pulling the 4 of Coins, conflict and defeat. Pulling the Queen of Wands, and patience is pulling the 7 of Cups. So let's see what the hoo-ha and what the hoo-ha. Taurus, with your Pisces right now, your overall energy, y'all are kind of sort of sitting pretty. It feels like a lot of you got your finances, if there were any kind of disarray, you got that straightened out. And the thing with the recognition and reward, I've had a couple people ask me, well, does that mean he gets some kind of recognition from the, yeah, not so much. But, however, your overall energy is kind of recognizing the stability going on in a relationship. And this doesn't feel like it's just you, Taurus. It looks like Pisces is kind of piling in on there, adding their little coin too. And this is literally, let me say this, not going to resonate with everybody. Eat the fish, leave the bones. Y'all know. But it feels like this is a combined effort. At the bottom end of your overall energy, I'm going to come back to that King of Coins. There's something there. I just don't know what it is yet. The bottom end of your overall energy with the material harvest, this is just the back end of the recognition and reward. You're in a mindset of making sure that this right here is not fucked with. I can't put it no other kind of way. That's the way the energy is kicking back. So you may be in defensive mode right now. People start, especially kids, start talking about, hey, Ma, I need some money for Christmas. Yeah, you might get right cross-eyed ugly about it because it feels like you and your Pisces, I can't deny the Piscean energy that I feel coming off of this, even though you don't see no water or nothing nowhere, still feel that energy. So it's been a joint effort. It feels like, for those of you that were struggling a lot towards the beginning of the year, the end of last year, it feels like you kind of have your finances in order and you are being defensive. You are trying to deal with the material harvest. There's things to buy, things to do, but you are very much so with the kids, family. Oh, we need, can we have your overall energies? Like, nope, y'all can't have nothing. And I'm going to say, if you're trying to get your finances in order, that's not the worst thing you can do. With your Pisces Taurus coming out of the recent past, there's some mental conflict going on. And it feels like, and this is really a Taurus heavy reading. So I feel Pisces energy, but this is really about the Taurus in this particular reading. It's not, you know, a little bit of Pisces over here, a little bit, no, this is really a lot of big Taurus energy here. But the mental conflict that you were experiencing over being in this relationship, the victory and the success of it kind of threw you off for whatever reason, Taurus. Like, damn, are we here already? What the hell happened? I don't understand. And it just kind of threw you into this. It's all relating back to the king here and the stability that you have thus created. That all started right here with the, what the hell? I don't understand. I like this. And I'm going to just throw a little bait out there and say it feels like some of you Tauruses actually fell in love with your Pisces. For some of you, this wasn't no right away thing. This wasn't no, you know, immediately jump right in. Some of you, it was not like that. But for a few of you, it feels like you guys have kind of gone head over heels. In that process, you had to stand your ground on some stuff. And really that was so both of you could get above, rise above where you were, where you are, whatever, however that's resonating with you. It still feels like there's still some of this energy here, especially for newer relationships where Taurus, you are having to just kind of write out, blank out your boundaries and what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. And again, that was, and for some of you is, all in an effort to get off that rocky shit and get on some damn terra firma. With this card, it's resonating back. Some of you Tauruses were not expecting the level of emotion that Pisces bring to the table. And so even with that, with this being cups, you're still in the same frame of moving. And see, that's Pisces down there. The cup energy is water energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, so the cups helping you get onto the solid ground, but emotional. The turned over cups, that's the emotional shit. And some of you, that kind of threw you off, and again brought you here, you know, talk about why. Because Taurus is very pragmatic and practical shit. We gotta go to work. Why are we staying home from work today? I'm just saying, it's resonating like that. At the end of your recent past, some of you experienced some emotional loss because your Pisces, I'm going to put this the best way, for some of you, you're coming out of another situation. And I want to say for some of the Pisces, here's a little Pisces energy in this reading, coming out of a heavy situation. I'm not saying they broke up with somebody on Tuesday and hooked up with you on Wednesday. Not what I'm saying. But a lot of times you can break up with somebody and months, even years later, the shit just shakes you. And it may have been a thing where your Pisces just kind of going down memory lane and dealing with some shit. And if this is the recent past that we're talking about, we've been in Mercury retrograde so doggone long it ain't funny. I ain't even, the shadow weeks count as full weeks to me because we just went through some shit. So some of you with your Pisces may have experienced, you know, just a mental breakdown, if you will, you know, and Pisces trying to just not throw anything in the mix, just trying to deal with old wounds, old emotional loss, and that brings us here to having to deal with belief systems. So you may have done something, Taurus, and I'm going to say probably with a lot of you, it's just that hardcore pragmatic way that we are, and that may have hurt your Pisces feelings and may have taken them back a step. And not that you meant to do anything, but this is really about the Pisces taking the blinders off and getting out of their little mental prison, being used to dealing with a bunch of bullshit. This is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, that mental mindfuck shit. And so something, whatever went on here, this is kind of prompting Pisces to get out of their old thinking, get away from old belief systems. Just because the last person did it to you does not mean the Taurus is going to do it to you. And that energy may be vice versa. Taurus, you may be feeling a little shook up and shook out. Just because the last person did it to you does not mean your Pisces is going to do it to you. When you get to your current energy, again, that whole thing with both of y'all holding the purse strings. Let me start right. Prosperity begins. That's the bottom card. And letting go of, dealing with it in reverse, not feeling quite so overwhelmed. This is your current energy. And not feeling like you got every damn problem, everybody else's damn problem, especially financial, piling up on your head. You kind of just can lay there and just think about how overwhelmed you used to feel. Your centerpiece and your challenge. You've made it. Let's just kick it out. You've made it. That's the King of Coins. You done saved up your money. You proud and gloating and probably running around doing the bull fart thing. That's cool. However, your challenge here is to start thinking about the future, Taurus, and what plans you want to make for next year. Do you want to take a trip? Do you want to move? Do you want to buy a car? Is there a wedding somewhere in your future? I'm just saying. And your challenge is to get out of this, okay, I've done it all, we saved it all, we kicked the year in the head, I'm now just agitated, discontented, and bored. Your challenge is not to be here and to actually be here, thinking about what needs to happen next. I know it sounds good to say, ooh, I have to do nothing else, but no, you got to keep going. And Uranus, Taurus has a lot to do with this. So any little small movement you can make towards making plans and changes, particularly around the home, the better. If you wait on Uranus to go unretrograde January 12th, you ain't gonna like it. So any little small movement you can kind of just indicate to the universe that you're trying to do or make will go a long way. And when Uranus goes forward in January, you won't have to worry about it trying to knock down everything you're thinking about doing because you haven't done anything. Start with little stuff now. Conversations, what we want to do with the kids next summer, if you got it going like that. Some of you may have older children getting ready to go to college. It is that time. Don't be sitting up here waiting till April 15th tax day and talk about, we got to figure out where little Johnny going to school. No, it's time now. So that's just a heads up. That's your challenge for the next month with your Pisces. Sit down, start talking, making some plans, figuring out what needs to happen, who needs to happen, whatever. Figure that out. At the end of your overall energy, you're dealing with your destiny here, Taurus. Period. End of discussion. It's a 10. Next year is a 10 year. It's 2020. And so this is the universe really telling you you're on the right path. With this, again, a lot of communicating. And it's going to revolve around making plans, trying to see a better future for everybody involved, not just you and your partner, but for your kids, your family. And so there may be a lot of fast communication in the next month or so. You got Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas, New Year's coming up. All of that's kind of wrapped up in this bundle. So if you aren't experiencing it, buckle up. It's coming. Future energy, that transformation. Yeah, you're going through it, Taurus. You were going through it. But some of you are feeling good because you're able to look behind you now and go, damn, that's where we were last year. Oh, wow, we made a lot of progress. That's the transformation, and that's Uranus in your sign, Taurus, telling you, yep, it's changed. And if you are not, or if you have not tried to make any changes, particularly where you live, I don't know why that's resonating back. Some of you may need to start looking at that as well as a part of your transformation, and it runs the gamut. Some of you are not going to experience any further prosperity from where you are unless you move. And that might be moving across country, moving around the corner. There's something here, though, that is going to require change, and it's all living. So this is another thing you're going to need to get with your Pisces with in the future. Some of you are going to be like, oh, hell no. That money, you see, money is popping up everywhere. That overall energy, that's stability. And some of you going into this transformation, talking about moving, you know, what the hell? I'm not trying to pay $2,000 a month when I pay $800. Why are we? The universe is giving you good heads up. Yes, you can be as guarded as you want to be. You're still going to have to make that change. Regarding money, because this is definitely money involved. Budget it out, Taurus. Y'all are good at this, probably better than I am. I don't even know how to budget, even though I'm a bull. But y'all know how to do this. Budget it out. Talk it out. Back to this, that this card is at the end here and right next to the beginning here. Yeah, you want to hold on to your coin. We get that. But in order to get that change going, and for a lot of you, like I said, it's resonating back as an actual move. There will be some conflict, not so much defeat on this one, but there's going to be some conflict, especially as you get to the beginning of the year. This is not just through November, but as you get to the beginning of the year, yeah, it's Queen of Wands, sexy, confident, blah, blah, blah. This is also about creative energy. And some of you are going to pewter out because you're tired. You've done all this stuff this year and tried to make shit work. Again, something to be proud of. You just stacked up a couple G's in the bank, what the hell? And still fed the kids and kept the bills paid. That's a good thing. However, your energy may just pewter out. Some of you may, if you're not careful, it's cold and flu season. I don't like talking about negative shit, but as a heads up, you get to the holidays, especially around Christmas, buckle up, bundle up. If you're in the cold, bundle up. I just left a cold place. You need a full coat, hat, scarf, so you do not deplete your energy stores. You get to the beginning of the year, and I know this reading is kind of bouncing all over the place, but next month, which would be December, but also in January, patience is going to be required, because now we're going to have some options, and this is your Pisces energy. Your Pisces may have options about where they want to work. They may have options about where they want to live. We coming right back here to this transformation. So as you start going through this process and you don't want to let go of, you know, the money that you worked so hard to save, I feel you. Your Pisces is going to have a lot to do with this. They're going to have some options. And this is all good for those of you in long-term relationships with your Pisces. This is a great, wonderful thing. It's the next step. The only thing I don't see here is a celebration card, which I think is a 4 of Wands. I'm not thinking, but there's a couple cards here that would just be slam dunk. But it feels like this is going to take a little time. Woohoo, patience. Some planning. Once again, it's sitting underneath the communication card. It's going to take lots of text messages and lots of conversations. Again, Taurus, about your destiny. And that this is sitting above this is no mistake. So try to keep the communication lines, especially as you finish up going through this Mercury retrograde period. Today is November 7th. Next Friday is November 15th. We are just about at the halfway mark. Mercury stations direct on November 20th, but you know that ain't shit because it's going to take another 2 weeks of shadow period. I'm going through some more bullshit. I'm just saying I have dropped more shit in the past 2 weeks. I have misplaced more shit. Oh my God, that I was able to get on a plane and not lose my airline ticket was a fucking amazing. I'm just saying, it's that kind of energy. So do your best, Taurus, for your Pisces, and if you're cross-watching this, I'm just saying this because this is what I'm hearing and feeling. Taurus, be kind of easy on your Pisces for a minute. you know, we come out the gate with that pragmatic shit. You know, today is Thursday and we will be doing this. That kind of Queen of Swords energy. And not that we're mean, but our thought processes as earth creatures is just, you know, boom, boom, boom. You gotta have dirt, then you plant the seeds. That's just how we think. Everybody doesn't think like us, Taurus. Your Pisces is an intuitive, feeling person. They just are. That's their nature. So some of the things is we are so ready to just go stomp across and, you know, hell with it. We still got to get it done. That king energy, ease up a little bit, Taurus. Ease up. I think I said that in the last Pisces reading. I don't remember, but ease up. Ease up. Everything doesn't have to be done right now, and especially when you get into these instances where you're going to need some patience. You, Taurus, are probably going to have to be the adult in the situation and just deal with some stuff. But work through it. Work through it. There's nothing wrong with working through issues and problems and things that you need to work out, especially as it's relating to moving or changing residence. For some of you, your Pisces may be, and this can be you too, Taurus, but it came up on a water card, so I'm just thinking it's Pisces. It feels like it's Pisces. Maybe getting a promotion towards the beginning of the year, the end of this year. Be patient, Taurus. Be patient. Just be patient. Support your Pisces the best that you can. Sometimes that just means holding it down while, you know, the Pisces does what the Pisces does while they're trying to figure out whether they want to stay or go or move or however that's resonating. So be patient, Taurus. Just be patient. Hopefully by springtime, most of what you're going through, you should be into a different cycle at that point. Feed your spirit. See the solution. Ask your spirit helpers. Claim your boundaries. It's not personal. What? Feed your spirit. This came up in another Taurus reading. Do what you need to do, Taurus, to take care of your spirit. That could be meditating. That could just doing a I'm thankful letter. If y'all don't know what I'm thankful letters are Dear Universe, I am thankful for the following. And everything that you can write down in 10 minutes, that's an I'm thankful letter. But that's feeding your spirit. Saying thank you is a way of also feeding the spirit. So don't feel like just because you're saying thank you about something to the universe that's not helping you. It is. It does. People that have done things for you, tell them thank you. We're at the end of the year. It's about that time. It's Thanksgiving. What the hell? Say thank you. And that goes a long way in making you feel less anxious. I know people are like, how the hell does that? I don't know. I've done it, and when I say thank you to people for doing shit for me, even days later, I feel better. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Feed your spirit, Taurus. You need to go ground yourself, put your back up against the tree outside. You can do that. Sometimes a brisk fall or winter walk can feed your spirit and clear your head out, clear them cobwebs out. Don't forget to feed your spirit. See the solution. And that's bringing me back here with your Pisces with a bunch of options. Help them see the solution. Maybe you can see the bigger picture. Again, and that's underneath. This Seven of Cups is underneath this card. What do we say? Pisces kind of just stuck in their old belief system. They may have been hurt before and something here in the past triggered it. See the solution. You can do that. You can do that. A lot of times, seeing the solution also lends to offering emotional support. So if you can offer the emotional support while seeing the solution, that ain't a bad thing. As you start making plans, it's your challenge. Ask your spirit helpers for help. Y'all like, but the spirit do, y'all know. Whatever you into, fairies, giraffes, elephants, whatever. Ask your spirit helpers. If you're into totem, seriously, if you have totem animals. My totem animals are the spider and the hummingbird. I'm sorry, I know that's a weird combination, but that's what I got. So if you have them, if you are interested in knowing about totems, Google. But ask your spirit helpers, Taurus. Help smooth the way if you're going through some difficult stuff. And not so much between you and your partner, but the things that you and your partner are trying to achieve. Ask your spirit helpers. Claim your boundaries. It's that overall energy up here, that defense mode. Do that. It's my money. I'm not giving you nothing. Some of you may have that odd family member that you ain't heard from in 99 years call you up for Christmas. I just claim your boundaries, particularly when you're talking about your dollars and cents. And I think if your Pisces is not understanding why you got such a hold on the person. One more time, that communication, fast. I'm doing this so we can have a better life. That's a real quick text message. You can put that on Twitter. I'm just saying. But the point is, anything you and your partner have worked on, don't let others come in there and start trying to stomp around and tell you what you need to be doing. That includes salespeople. Don't have somebody trying to sell you a house with 2 bedrooms and you know you need a house with 4. Patience will be required, but claim your boundaries. It's not personal. Your Pisces may be going through some shit, Taurus. It ain't personal. And again, it's here. The options and decisions. You know, everybody doesn't shoulder decision making like we do, Taurus. They just don't, because they're different. And that's not bad. Some of us should, some of us don't need to. But it's not personal. Whatever your Pisces is going through, trying to make good decisions, trying to update their belief systems, trying to keep up with the communication, and just overall trying to enjoy the stability. Whatever your Pisces is going through, Taurus, and Pisces is the same for you. Whatever your Taurus is going through, it's not personal. It has nothing to do with y'all. It's just trying to adjust. That's the big word, and that's really what I feel for this reading. It's about adjusting, making adjustments, making changes as needed. Taurus and Pisces, I love you very much. I hope y'all have a banging weekend, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.